Good morning. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. This is Sam coming to you live from beautiful Florida. Although today it's not so sunny, it's a bit overcast and raining. Today we're going to do the YogaShape Method, which is an athletic style fitness yoga designed to help you lift, tone, sweat, and get fit fast. There's a lot of push and pull in the class, so you can tone up fast. We start with warming up in Mountain 1, and then we go into our sun salutations. That's the fastest part of the class. Then we go into Mountain 2, which is where we do a little bit more traditional yoga poses, with also some Pilates and core conditioning infused into that. And then finally we go into Mountain 3, which is our deepest part of the class, where we go into the deepest stretches because we're warmed up, and then we do a final cool down. So all you need is a water bottle and a mat or a towel if you have one, and I'm so glad you're here. So let's get started with YogaShape. If you're there, say good morning, say hello. I'd love to hear from you, where you're from. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. So we're going to get in the center of our mat. We're going to get in the center of our mat, and we're just going to have our feet about shoulder width apart. And I would just want you to just put your fingers on your hip bones and just draw an imaginary line down, and then pick your shoulders up, roll them back, start to roll them back. As you inhale through your nose, I'll try to do it on a count of 5. And exhale through your nose on a count of 5. If you're there, good morning, say hello, coming to you from sunny Florida. Let's inhale our arms all the way up to the sky. And then let's swan dive forward, hinging at our hips, slowly dropping down into a standing forward fold. Let's reverse swan dive all the way back up. And then drop back down into the standing forward fold. And inhale all the way back up. And do that again, dropping back down into that swan dive. Drop your arms here, drop your head, lift your glutes and hips up to the sky. You can reach behind and clasp your hands and breathe into this. Try to straighten those legs. If you have any low back pain, then just keep a slight bend here. Breathing into this. And then let's release down and go right into chair. And let's just come all the way up for a moment, bringing our arms down, coming right up to the center here. I want you to grab onto your arms right here, and we're going to be doing little pulses. So you're just pulse, 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 pulse. You're squeezing this muscle, you're engaging this muscle right in here. That's what we're targeting. So we're going to do pulse, 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 pulse. Just squeezing that, warming up those arms. Pull your abdominals in and breathe here. And then let's release. Let's inhale our arms all the way to the sky. Clasp your hands, come back down into your heart center. And then we're just going to just cross our hands again here as we start to pick up our feet. Point your toe when you pick up your feet, and try to bring your knees all the way up to your arms. Imagine there's a string on your head that's pulling your spine up, nice and tall and straight, and just breathe into this. And we're going to add our arms in, so opposite arm to opposite leg, so opposite arm to opposite leg, and still try to stay standing up nice and tall, breathing into this. Few more. And then let's take our hands and put them behind our heads. So our fingertips are behind our head and our elbows are out nice and wide. And we're going to go from side to side. So you're trying to bring your knee right up to your elbow, if you can. And then point your toe on the way down and try to set it down nicely, just warming up. And then let's release down, let's shake everything out. Let's inhale all the way up to the sky. And then let's drop all the way down for a moment. Drop your head down, reach behind, and clasp your hands. Extend your arms up to the sky. And then let's release those arms back down and reverse swan dive all the way back up. Come into your heart center, plie your toes out to the side. I want you to bend down and make sure your knees are going right over your ankles. So don't feel like this. Don't be out too far. So let's inhale up, and let's imagine we're sliding our back down a wall. And we're bending our legs and engaging, and then come straight up. So we're dropping down, and we're inhaling up. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Just warming up those legs. engaging everything. And then let's hold here, sitting halfway down and holding, sitting up nice and tall, and do little pulses. Good morning. Say hello if you're there. So little pulses, pulse, pulse, pulse. And then sit a little bit lower if you can. More pulses, pulse, pulse. Just a small range of motion, a couple inches. And then let's hold here, sit a little bit lower. Hold back with your arms. Let's do little circles here with our arms. Breathing into this. Then go the other way. And then let's sit a little bit lower. Let's pick up our left heel off the ground and do little pulses. And release that heel down and bring up the other heel, pulse to that side. And release that down, switch sides. Keep pulsing, good job, and switch sides. And then if you can, bring up both heels, sit a little bit lower, hold it, inhale your arms up to the sky. Bring your arms down and out to the side. Back up, sit a little bit lower, and then let's slowly release, inhaling our arms up. And this time reach forward, bending, lightly touching the floor, and then inhale all the way back up. Let's do a few of those. Exhaling down, inhaling up. And then let's drop, twist to one side, and you're just bending down, and you're rolling up. Bending down, rolling up. Let's do one more here. And go to the other side. And let's come back to the center. Clasp your hands, come back down into your heart center. Come, inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. And then let's squat down forward, placing our hands on the mat. Let's step or hop back we're going into downward facing dog. So spread out your fingertips, feet are about shoulder width apart. And let's walk out those heels. Breathing into this. Noticing how you feel, any tightness anywhere. Your head is in between your arms. And let's go back into that down dog. Let's inhale and crawl up on our toes. Exhale down. Come back up on our toes. Release down one more time. So just hold here. Let's do a few deep breaths and down dog. And let's drop down to our knees and go right into cat-cow. So our knees are about shoulder width apart. Your shoulders are right over your elbows, right over your wrists. Let's inhale up. Pull up, beautiful arch here. And then exhale down and out, stretching out that low back. Really feel this is a great stretch right in here. Breathe into this. Inhaling up. Exhale down and out. Keep breathing into this. Let's do a few more of these. This is a great, great stretch, again, for low back. If you have low back pain, I highly recommend doing this every day. And let's come down into a neutral spine. Let's go right into our spinal extensions. Lower this hip down. You don't want it up. So here, opposite arm to opposite leg. Your head is parallel with your arm. And let's release down and switch sides. Lower that hip. Gaze is down, and let's flow with that. So one movement with each breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Breathing into this. Let's do a couple more. And then let's hold here at the top. Drop this back leg down and lift it straight up and down for 20. Breathing into this. Abdominals are engaged. And then let's hold here at the top. Drop this arm down and just little pulses, pulse, pulse, pulse. Small range of motion. Breathing into this. And then let's hold here at the top. Reach behind. Look at that foot. It's nice and straight. And then we're gonna just lift it straight up and down for 20. Going nice and slow. I don't want you like this, just nice and slow. Elbows slightly bent, abdominals engaged. And then hold here, look back, make sure it's straight, and then you're gonna come, keep it straight all the way across, lifting up, and then coming back. So follow it. Follow your foot, that's 2. Coming back, let's do 23. Breathing into this. 4, 5. Good job. Keep that toe pointed and legs straight. And then let's drop it here, the palm of that foot down. I want you to just lean back into this, leaning into this stretching out here. Just do a couple of these stretching back. And then just the palm of that foot down, let's just lift it up. Leg taps for 20. 3, 4, breathing in. 6. And then let's come down and go into this fire hydrant lifts. Lifting up, breathing into this. Come as high as you can, toe is pointed. And be mindful of when you bring your foot down. Your knee should come to your knee. And then let's release down, switch sides, inhale the other arm, the opposite leg up. Drop this down and go straight up for 20. Spread out your fingers, engage your abdominals. This is great for our low back and our abdominals. And then let's hold here at the top, little pulses. Drop this arm down if you need to. And then hold here, cross it over, and look at your legs nice and long and lean. And we're just lifting up straight and then coming down nice and slow, nice and controlled. Slight bend in our elbows. Hopefully you should be starting to warm up and break up a little bit of the sweat. Then this leg is out straight, and then let's bring it all the way around for 20. 2, 3, 4. Good job. Counting to yourself. We're almost halfway there. And then drop this leg down. The palm of that foot is down. Readjust your weight. Let's just shift back and stretch that out for a moment. Come on. Do that a couple more times, just stretching out. Can't believe it's already Mother's Day. Let's come back to the center. Make sure your shoulders are right over your wrists, right over your elbows. And little pulses here, lifting that leg up. And then we're going to go into those fire hydrants. So readjust and lift your leg straight up for 20. Fire hydrant lifts. Working those hips and glutes. Targeting right in here. Should be starting to burn. Good job. And then let's release down, extending out into extended child's pose. Let's slowly come up. Let's turn around and come to a sit position on your mat. So sit position on your mat. Extend one leg out. Bend the other one in, and let's just gently roll down one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way down. Once you're here, bring both legs in towards your chest. Give your sacrum and low back a little gentle massage here. And let's do that again. Other side. And let's release those legs down. Inhale your arms up over your head. And on the exhale, let's tuck our chin to our chest. Lifting up here, arms are out nice and straight. You're going to press that low back into the mat. We're going to do Pilates 100. So start with pulses here. And counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can keep pulsing. You can bring your legs up to tabletop or to here. So you have 3 options, here, here, or here. We're going to lift up, keep breathing. We're doing 100. Good job. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Keep pulsing and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Halfway there. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Good job, everyone. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. We're almost there. Last one. Good job. Lift up a little bit more. Beautiful pulses. is great. Let's pull those legs in towards the chest. Release down, inhale your arms above your head. And then exhale them down, inhale them back up over your head. Fingertips behind your head, elbows out wide, pressure low back into the mat. There shouldn't be any space here. And we're just gonna lift up to one side. And then come back to the center and lift to the other side. Come back to the center and down. So up, twist, center, down. Lift up. When you're twisting, really squeeze those abdominals. Feel that engage. Know that you're working on this great Sunday morning. Let's do a couple more of these. And then let's release down. Inhale those arms up over our head. Exhale your arms down. Let's just twist our hips to one side. Elbows out nice and wide. We're going to lift straight up and down. Working those side obliques for 20. Good job. Lift straight up. Elbows out wide. And switch sides. Come back to the center. Readjust your body. And lift straight up. And let's release down. Readjust your bottom. Inhale your arms up over your head. Exhale down. Let's sit on our hands and extend our legs out nice and straight. Now you keep your head flat on the mat, or you can lift it up. We're going to squeeze our legs together and we're just pulsing off the floor. And now let's go swimming. Keep swimming, keep moving on this. Beautiful. I think I need a longer mat. And then let's crisscross our legs. And back to swimming. And back to pulses. And release, pull your legs in towards your chest, give yourself a breath, roll your neck to one side, and then roll your neck to the other side. Keep breathing, and then let's release down, sit on those legs once more, we're going to do that set one more time. So pulses. And you're swimming, lift up more for more of a challenge. Toes pointed, legs straight, and crisscrosses. And back to swimming. And back to little pulses. Good job, we're almost done. Okay, release, pull those legs in. Inhale, drop your neck to the right. And then exhale and roll it to the other side. Let any tension you created in your neck just disappear. Good job. Then let's just release our legs down. Extend one leg out. Grab the other arm, or knee, and just gently roll up so that way you're protecting your back. So we're going to get ready to go into our sun salutation. So let's turn around and get on all fours. If you're there, please say hello, say good morning. Or even if you're watching this at another time, please leave a comment. Okay, let's come to all tabletop. Let's scrunch up our toes and let's lift back up into that down dog. So here, and then down dog. Let's come all the way forward into a plank and just lower your hips down and then hinge your weight a little bit forward. Let's hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to your knees. Arms in really tight, so we're learning how to crocodile. So this is modified with arms in really tight, nose about an inch off the floor, and the full version would be here. And let's lower everything down. Arms in really tight here. Let's roll your shoulders back and just squeeze those back muscles. Feet are flat on the mat. And just lift up and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just do little pulses here, squeezing. Just going straight back. And then let's go back and in. Back, squeeze in. Back, squeeze in. Back and in. Back and in. Do a couple more of these. Back and in. and in. And then let's just roll down. Press and lift and roll back up into down dog. And then from here, let's step all the way forward. One big step forward, big lunge forward. And then the other foot, so feet are out, shoulder width apart. And then you're standing forward fold. Knees can be slightly down if you want. You can straighten your legs. And then let's inhale, come up halfway into monkey. So this is monkey, and then let's release down. And then let's reverse our arms all the way up, reaching up to the sky. Slight back bend if you want. If you are doing a back bend, squeeze your glutes and hips. Make sure this is all really tight. And then let's come back into our heart center. So let's kind of put that together. And we're going to do 4 of those. So 4 sun salutations. So come to the center of the earth, or the front of your mat, getting your perfect posture. Let's do 2 deep breaths together. Inhale and exhale through your nose. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have the candles going today because it's a little bit dark. Okay, let's inhale all the way up. Swan diving forward, hinging at our hips. Inhale, move up to monkey. Exhale, back down. Now you can go back into down dog, or you can go to a one-legged down dog. Your choice. And then from here, let's come forward into plank, either full plank or modified. Lowering down into crocodile. Let's inhale up into an up dog. Let's come back down. Let's do a modified push-up. So come up on your knees and then lower down. Let's do one more. And then lower down. And then let's push and roll all the way back into down dog or a one-legged down dog, your choice. And then coming forward into lunge. And then the other one. And inhale up. Exhale back down. Reverse swan dive all the way up. So let's come back into our heart center. Let's throw in. So you can do modified push-ups or full push-ups, or you can skip those altogether. Okay, let's inhale up. Swan diving forward. Inhale, look up to monkey. Exhale, back down. Step back with one foot and the other foot. And remember, you're alternating if you're doing these one-legged down dogs. Let's lower back down. Let's throw in a push-up. Or 2. And then lower down. They're kind of reverse push-ups. Pushing and rolling all the way back to down dog. And then step forward with one foot and then the other foot. Inhale, look up to monkey. Exhale, back down. And then reverse swan dive all the way up. Coming into your heart center. So we're going to do 2 more of those. Should feel nice and warm. So let's inhale all the way up. Swan diving forward. Inhale, look up to monkey. Exhale, back down. Step back to that down dog. And then forward into plank. Dropping into crocodile. Inhaling into up dog. Squeezing, lifting up. Coming back down. You can do 4 push-ups or modified. Let's just do 2. And then we're going to push and roll all the way back. Stepping all the way forward with one foot and then the other foot. Inhale, come out to monkey. Exhale, back down. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Coming back into our heart center. Let's come all the way to the front of the mat. We're going to do 1 more of these. So let's inhale all the way up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. It's 1 movement with each breath. Exhaling down. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Lowering down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And then let's push and roll all the way back. Step forward with one foot and then the other foot, so you're extending forward folds. Inhale, look up to monkey. Exhale, back down. And let's come all the way up for a moment. So now we are going into warrior 2. Mountain 2, I just realized I did not put my sound on, so I'm going to plug this mic in. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me better. So hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. Just realized I did the whole warm-up without the mic. So we're going to go into mountain 2. Grab water if you need it. I'm going to grab a quick slug of water. So it's really important to stay hydrated during the class. Okay, let's go into mountain 2. Let's work on a balancing pose to get started. So inhale your arms up to the sky. Clasp your hands and come into your heart center. Let's shift our weight to the left and pick up the palm of this foot and place this either on your leg or pick it up and place it in this hip pocket here. And then let's just find a focal point and concentrate on that, and let's reach our arms all the way up to the sky. And then you can grow your tree. So you can stay here, or you can grow your tree out to here, or you can go into a nice cactus. So let's go into that cactus, and then let's inhale our arms up and squeeze that cactus down. So let's squeeze those low back muscles, your latissimus dorsi. Squeeze that down. See if you can keep balancing. Keep looking at that focal point. Let's do a couple more of these. And then let's release down and shake that out. Let's inhale back up to the other side. Up to the sky, arms in your center. Shift your weight. Place the palm of your foot on your leg, or lift it up and place it all the way up. Coming to your heart center, let's grow that tree. Arms out to the side, find that focal point, and then let's just do those cactus arm squeezes. Squeeze down, breathing into this. Great job, everybody. We could have added weights here. If you want to do some of these things with weights, by all means, you can add weights. Okay, let's release down. And let's, if you do have weights, 2 pounds or 3 pounds or whatever you want, let's put them to the side of our mats. We're going to use them a little bit. So let's just inhale all the way up and swan dive forward, dropping all the way down. Let's place our hands on the mat and go all the way back into down dog. Let's do 5 deep breaths here. We're getting ready to go into our series. Let's step all the way forward with one foot. Pivot and flatten the back foot. Grab your weights if you want and rise up, rotating your shoulders out and around. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. Let's lunge into this and arch back a little bit. So front leg is bent, back leg is straight, breathing into this. You can arch back slightly if you want. And then let's get ready to go into warrior 2, arms out to the side. Lunge it a little bit lower, pull back a little bit. Breathe into this. And then let's go into warrior. Reverse warrior. Now be careful with the weights. If you have the weight, slide this one down and maybe just keep it straight up. If you do come over, just be careful. And then let's come back into warrior 2. Sitting a little bit lower, arching back, stretching in forward and in directions. And then let's straighten our leg here, and let's just windmill our arms down. We're going into pyramid. So dropping your arms down to the floor, drop your head down. Both legs should be straight, or you can reach your arms out to the side, or you can flip these up like little blocks almost, and hold on here. Breathing into this. And then let's come flip your back heel up, and let's get ready to come into a crescent lunge. So you can have the weights or not. You can rise up and rotate out. And then let's inhale our arms all the way up to the sky. And arch back a little bit. Lunge forward a little bit. Arch back. Breathe into this. And then let's come back into our heart center and use this elbow and twist it over. You can also drop to your knee if you want with your foot flat behind. You can drop the weights if you want. You can open this up. And let's come back to the center. Release this foot and bring it all the way back. Put your weights to the side. Go back into down dog. Let's do a few deep breaths. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's step all the way forward with the other foot. Pivot and flatten your back foot. And slowly rise up, rotating your shoulders out and around. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Lunge into this. Arch back a little bit and breathe. And then let's go into warrior 2, lunging deeper and pulling back. And then from here, let's go into a reverse warrior. Coming back into warrior 2, lunging a little bit and pulling back. And then from here, let's straighten up, shorten that stance a little bit. Windmill those arms down, hips shining forward, going into pyramid. So you can drop your weights if you want, or you can do pyramid with the weights. Your choice. Both legs should be straight. And then let's just set the weights to the side. Let's bring this leg back. Let's go back into down dog. Let's just widen your stance a teeny bit and shift your weight. And let's go into a one-armed down dog. Breathing into this. It's so humid here, I'm slipping on my mat. And then let's come back down and switch sides. One arm down dog. And let's slowly come back into that down dog. Let's come all the way forward into a plank, lowering your body, your butt down. And then let's just bend one leg and straighten it up. So bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. Just do a few more of these. Keeping those abdominals engaged. We're just doing this beautiful bend and extend. Let's do a couple more. Great, and then let's lower down, go into an extended child's pose for a moment. And then let's come back up on all fours. So let's just grab those weights if you have them. We're gonna work our arms a little bit. So if you have the weights, fantastic. If not, it's okay. So we're just bringing your hips in line with your knees. Your hands we're just gonna have out front. It can be here or here. And we're just gonna squeeze, pulling everything in here, and then come straight back out. So squeezing in and here. So squeeze those back muscles. It's that dreaded back flab. Let's focus on that. Squeeze here. And then we're just gonna add a little slight variation here. So when we come back, we're gonna have our arms here and just pull up. So twist the dumbbells or your hands out to the side and then punch back out straight. And squeeze back. Good job. And then let's just release down, shake that out for a moment if you need to. I'm actually gonna grab lighter weights. Those are a little bit too much. So then let's come back up. Let's do that one more time. So our hands are out here. Bring your hips in line with your knees and just pull straight back. So really squeezing this back muscles. So bend and extend. Bend, squeeze, and extend. Good job. And then just release down, shake that out for a moment. We're just gonna add that slight variation. So arms out, and then you're squeezing them in this way and back out for 10, 9, 8, really pull back, 7, 6, drop the weights if you need to, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good job. Release that down, shake that out. Let's just go into a camels. Just have your knees a little bit more than shoulder width apart. You can make fists here, or you can just bring your hands and push out on your sacrum. So push your hips in line with your knees. You can stay here or drop your neck back a little bit if you want, or if you want, you can drop all the way back to your heels, but then bring your hips back in line with your knees. If you have any neck pain, I would just stay here. If not, you can drop back to here. Breathe into this. And slowly come back up and just slowly slide your hands down your thighs and then out in front of you. Just countering that back bend with a forward bend. And then let's slowly come back up. Let's get ready to lift back up in down dog. Make sure your weights are to the side and out of your way. So let's go back into that down dog. We're gonna get ready to do another fun series. I think we'll add some splits in here and a warrior 3. So let's step all the way forward with one foot, pivot and flatten the back foot. And let's rise up, rotating our shoulders out and around. Inhale your arms up and then just hinge and arch here. Breathing into this. Let's do 5 deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. You can have your weights or not. I just dropped them for a moment. Let's drop our arms out to the side, lunge forward and pull back. Breathing into this. And let's go into that reverse warrior. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight. And then from here, let's come back into this, and we're going to just step forward a little bit. We're gonna get ready to go into warrior three. So arms up, legs up straight, find a focal point, step forward on this back foot, start to hinge forward, reaching forward, find gaze down to the floor and find a focal point. Lower those hips, square them off. You can clasp your hands together if you want here, and just breathe into this. And then let's go arms out to the side. Square that hip off. Your head is looking down. You're breathing into this. And then let's slowly drop our arms and our leg, everything down, tuck everything in. Say hello to your knee. To bring your arms in, hands in. And then bring this back leg up and start to extend it up and out into a split, going as high as you can go. Breathing into this. If you want, you can wrap one arm around your ankle or both. Drop your head down and just breathe. And then let's slowly bring this leg back down, dropping it down all the way to the floor. And then let's go back into a plank and hold this for 10, 9. Shift your weight forward, lower your butt a little bit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's drop to our knees for a moment and go into a resting child's pose for a breath. And then let's come back all the way up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So let's press your hands on the mat and press and lift all the way back up into down dog. 5 deep breaths here. And let's step all the way forward with one foot and pivot and flatten the back foot. And let's slowly rise up, rotating our shoulders out and around. Inhale your arms up to the sky and lunge into this, arching back, breathing into this. And then let's go into warrior two, lunging a little bit deeper, pulling back our upper body. So a lot of the poses, if you've been doing this with me each week, they are the same. There's a lot of repetitive poses and movements, so once you learn the basics of yoga shape, you are on your way. And then we change it up a little bit each week, but we still stick to a lot of the same core poses for each class. Let's come back here, lunge a little bit deeper, pull back a little bit. We're gonna go into our warrior three and standing split. So let's just straighten up. And we're just gonna step forward, find that gaze. You come up on bring your heel up off the floor. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And then when you're ready, let's shift our weight forward and then start to hinge forward. As you hinge forward, your gaze shifts to the floor and square your hips off. Breathing into this. Some days you're gonna find you can balance and some days you can't. And then bring your arms out to the side in your airplane. Square those hips. And then let's lower everything down, bring it all in, getting ready to prepare for standing splits. So drop your head down, say hello to your knee. And then when you're ready, let's lift this leg up and we're just gonna start to extend this up to the sky. Breathing into this. I'm more flexible on the other side versus this one. If you want, you can wrap your hand around your ankle. And then when you're ready, let's slowly release down. Let's go back into plank and hold this for 10, 9, shift your weight forward, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lower down and go into extended child's pose for a breath. And then let's come all the way back up here. We're breathing into this. We are going to lift back up into down dog. Let's raise our leg up into a one-legged down dog and bend this out and just open this up. Let's do a few circles to each side. And then go the other way. Let's come up on our Pick your heel up off the floor and then come down. Let's do that again. And then let's bring this leg down and bring your knee right under your belly button. Let's bring it up and out. We're gonna go into pigeon. So let's imagine there's a clock in front of us and this leg would be at about, this would be 12, this is 3 o'clock, this would be about 3 or 4 o'clock, and your heel is about in between your belly button and pelvis area. And I want you to look back and make sure your leg is straight behind you and flat on the mat. And then I want you to just lower down. You might just come to here, or if you want, you can reach all the way out and just breathe into this stretch. We are in mountain 3 because we always save. Okay, let's slowly come back up to here. You can stay here if you want. Let's just do a couple deep breaths together. And then if you want, you can lift up one leg and hold it here and be here. Or you can reach behind if you can with both hands. This is also when a strap comes in really handy. And breathe into this. And let's release out of this. We're gonna go into that once more. So just look behind, make sure that leg is straight and flat on the mat, and then just lower back down. Is such a great stretch for your hips and glutes. So just, you can be here, or you can go all the way out. Keep breathing. And then let's slowly come back up, taking it to where you want to go. So it might just be here. Or maybe you're reaching behind and grabbing a leg. Now, if you can't get all the way down here, like if this isn't all the way down on the floor, you might need a pillow or a block here. Some people would be up, and then if you're up like this would be really hard. So if you have a big space here, between here and here, I would just say just stay here and just get the benefits of this stretch because of that. So let's release out of this. Everyone sit on your hip and bring this leg all the way around, coming into a nice sit position on the mat. Let's just sit up nice and tall. Make sure both butt cheeks are firmly planted on the mat, and let's inhale all the way up. And then exhale to one side, a nice twist. Use this hand as torque as you look back and up and out to the back corner. You're looking up and out. And then let's slowly come back up, inhaling all the way up. And exhale down, placing this hand on the mat and looking back and up and out, breathing into this. And then let's come back to the center. Just take your hands and place them either on your leg or in the front of your mat and just hinge forward. So just getting a nice stretch here. Breathing into this. You can give yourself a hug if you want. And then let's slowly come out of this, untangle yourself. Let's get back up on all fours into a tabletop and lift back up into down dog. Pressing and lifting all the way back up. So we're going to raise the other leg up to the sky, open it up, and let's do a few hip opening circles. Good job, and just feel this beautiful stretch. Opening your hips. And then let's extend that leg up, square our hips, and then slowly bring this down and under yourself. We're going into pigeon. So lower yourself down on the mat. Remember that clock that's here. Your knee will be about 9 o'clock. Straighten that leg behind you. Make sure to look behind. Is it straight behind and flat on the mat? And then lower yourself down. You might just be coming to here, or you could be coming all the way out to here. Let's do several deep breaths here. And then let's slowly come back up. So going to where you want to go. Let's just go here for a couple breaths and then we can take it to the next level. So remember, if you have that space in between that hip and thigh and the mat, you can put a pillow or a block there or a blanket. If you don't have any space there, then you can reach behind and clasp here. You can come to here if you want. You can, all kinds of variations, play with it, do what you want to do today. Good job, everyone looks beautiful. And then let's slowly lower down. We're going to go back into that. So look behind, make sure that foot is straight and flat behind, and then lowering down. You might just come to here. Or you might make a little pad for your head and just rest it here. Just surrender to this pose. We're in Mountain 3. This is the deepest. This is when we take the poses a little bit deeper and a few more breaths here. We wait till we're thoroughly warmed up. Okay, and then let's slowly come back up. Bring to where you want to go. So it might just be here. It could be here or here. And let's release down. Let's just, everyone sit to that thigh and bring this all the way around. Readjust yourself so you're nice and firmly on your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And twist and drop your arms down, looking back and up and out. And then let's come back to the center. Inhale all the way up. And drop your arms and open up and out. This twist feels really good. Twists are really great for our digestive system. Getting things flowing is just great for your body. Most of us are sitting all day long on our computers or couch. Now let's just, you can either give yourself a little hug here or hands to the side and just hinge forward. You should feel that stretch. And you might notice it a lot tighter on one side versus the other. Once you start doing yoga consistently, your body will crave it and it'll really help you have balance and symmetry on both sides. You'll probably notice in the beginning you're a lot tighter on one side versus the other, and weaker on one side versus the other. Same with balance. Over time, all of that will improve and it'll come into full mind, body, whole wellness. It's pretty amazing. So let's release out of this and let's bring our legs out in front of us, extending them out nice and straight on the mat. Just shake this out. Legs out nice and straight. Let's inhale our arms up and sit up nice and tall. And then let's just hinge forward, just reaching, and then let's lift back up. Toes are flexed, so we're just reaching forward and come back up. And let's do that again, reaching forward and come back up. And then this time, let's just reach forward and then drop your arms, surrender to the pose. Breathe into this. If you can touch your toes, great. If not, it's okay. Just breathe, going to where you can. And then if our toes should be flexed, let's point our toes and try to go a little bit deeper into this. Using your breath to surrender to the pose. And then let's flex one toe and point one toe. If you can, pull that toe back. And then let's switch sides. And then let's slowly release out of this, walking your arms up. Let's bring our legs together, the palms of our feet together. So bring your palms, the palms of your feet together and sit up nice and tall. You can take your 2 fingers and put them on your big toe or just on your feet, and use your elbows to gently press down on your feet. So sit up tall, and then I want you to hinge forward. So we're hinging, we're not rolling over. So we're not doing this, we're just sitting up tall. And we're hinging forward. The goal is to try to get these knees and these hip joints to get flexible enough so our knees touch the floor. Just breathe into this. So it's a really nice groin and hip stretch here. It should be stretching your groin. It should feel good.
If it doesn't, as any pose, if it ever feels really uncomfortable or not good, then ease out of it. So try to have that straight back and just hinge with a straight back. And then let's slowly release out of this. Let's bring our legs up and together. Let's just come back and find that balancing point sitting on your tailbone. You're just balancing here on this ischial tuberosity. Okay, so from here, bring your arms out under your thighs, and then let's extend one leg up and out. And then if we can, the other leg up and out here. Breathing into this. And then if you can, one arm and then the other one. And then let's bring those legs back in to tabletop and then all the way down, and let's sit up nice and tall for a moment. Now let's add on to that. So you can either do that again, or if you want, let's actually do that again and then we'll add on to it. So bring those legs back together, hands under our thighs, find that balance point, find a focal point on the wall, squeeze your legs together, extend one leg out straight, point your toe, try to get it as straight as you can. If you're not there yet, it's okay, you can just do this, but try to get it out. And then the other one out, hands under here. Now you might stay here, or if you can, one arm and then the other. Try to go a little bit lower. Straighten those legs. And then let's slowly release, coming back up, sitting up nice and tall. Great job. Okay, we're gonna add on to this. So let's take those two fingers and let's wrap them around our big toes, or your hands on your feet, or even your ankles. I'm gonna put them on my big toes, and I'm coming back and balancing on that sit bone. So balancing right here on my tailbone, finding a focal point, and then start to lift your legs up, up. You might just be here, almost now, we're almost in a dead bug pose, and then extend our legs all the way out. Sit up taller, nice and straight, legs out into a beautiful V. Beautiful balance here, good job. You didn't think you could do this, did you? Okay, then let's slowly come back in. Really nice, and let's sit up nice and tall. Let's take our legs, let's extend one leg out, and let's bend the other one back and just readjust so that butt cheek is firmly on the floor. And let's inhale up and sit up nice and tall. And then let's just reach forward and come up. And forward and up. And then forward and up. And then this last time we're going to surrender down to this pose. So just dropping down, reaching out toward this leg, and then you can surrender down and just breathe into this. Sending air, inhaling through your nose, down through your diaphragm, through your stomach, all the way out to your leg and out to your pinky toe. And then let's slowly come back up from here and place your hand behind you and just lift up and come down and switch sides and come down, just side to side for a moment. And then let's just bring this leg in and switch sides. So extend the other leg out, bring this one behind you. Readjust so you're firmly on your mat, and inhale up. And we're reaching forward. And we're inhaling up. And we're reaching forward. And inhaling up. And this last time, let's just surrender to this pose, dropping all the way down. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel a little bit tighter on this side. And then let's slowly walk our arms up. So here, place your hand behind you, and this arm is you're just gonna lift up and come down and switch sides. And come down, let's do that once more. And then let's release out of this and we did this yesterday, but we did it in a series. So put this one leg out on the edge further on your mat. The other leg is bent, your foot is flat on the mat. Your hands behind you, And we're just gonna lift up. So when you lift up, try to get that foot flat on the mat. Get that one flat. And then lift up here. You might need to readjust your knee. So you're breathing, reaching out. And then let's slowly come back down. And let's switch and do that on the other side. So extend this leg out. This leg is bent. So your knee, it's not right over your knee is not right over. Have it out a little bit more. Hand behind you. And lift up. Let's release down. Let's do that once more on each side. So extend that leg out. This one's here. Hand behind you. And let's lift up. And release down and switch sides. This feels really good on the side stretching here. So now let's come back to the center of our mats. Make sure you're right in the center of your mat. I want you to extend one leg out and then bend the other one in. And we're just gonna roll down one vertebrae at a time onto the mat. We do it this way so we protect our back. Once we're here, let's bring both legs in towards our chest. Give yourself a little massage. We're gonna do plow and then fish, because we like doing plow and we've had requests for plow. So let's extend our leg. It's up to the sky. This beautiful inversion. You might just feel like staying here. Or you might want to take it to the next level. So hands flat on the mat. Let's lift up and over, bringing our legs behind us. Just readjusting, walking, lifting up here, getting your shoulders on the mat. Imagine that apple underneath your chin. Bring your hands here for support. And then let's slowly lift our legs up, coming up to where you can. Now when you come up straight, try to go a little straighter. Walk those arms down your low back. Do this little dance here. Get as straight as you can. Imagine an apple under your chin and breathe into this. And then play with this if you want to do palms of your feet together. You can be here. You can go out into an upside down V. I have to be careful not to knock my orchid. Breathing into this. Point those toes or flex. Point or flex. And if you're not here and you're just in plow, that's okay. Or a bridge. This is your practice. We're not competing with each other. We're just having fun together. Play around with this beautiful inversion. An inversion a day keeps the doctor away. So it helps with depression and anxiety. If you want to practice a split, you can. We're refreshing all of our organs with fresh blood. And then let's slowly lower back all the way down. Release those hands flat on the mat. Bring those legs down. And then as we roll back, be cognizant of your spine. Try to have your upper back one vertebrae at a time, mid back, and then lower back, and then pull your legs right in towards your chest. Compress everything in. Protect that back. And then let's go into fish, extending your legs out. Sit on your hands. Arch up as though there's a giant ball underneath your back. Breathe into this. And then let's slowly release out of this. Take your arms out. Bring in one leg all the way in towards your chest. And then bring it out to the side a little bit. Put your other hand on your hip bone. Just kind of feel that. Bring it up into your chest and then out. And then let's switch legs. Let's do the same thing. Now, if you have low back pain, keep this leg bent and stay here. But if you don't, you can keep this leg out. So just pull this in. We're just giving ourselves a little stretch here. And then let's bring both legs in. Let's go into happy baby or dead bug pose. So either hold your feet here or here. And just pull those knees down to the floor. Keep the palms of your feet flat. I could come and put a cup of coffee there. hopefully, and it would balance. And then let's extend our legs out straight and then come back into dead bug pose, and then extend and bend, extend and bend, extend, and just hold it here, breathing into this. And let's bring our legs back in together. Let's tuck everything in. Let's release down. Try to touch your hands to your heels. Let's lift up into bridge. So do that, lift up and tuck your shoulder under, lift up and tuck it under. So you really imagine that apple under your chin, knees pointing forward, and just squeeze and lift up here in bridge. And then let's just lower that booty down and then lift it straight up for 10, 9, breathing into this 8, 7, let your butt just lightly touch, 6, 5, breathing into this 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold here at the top. Put your hands under to give yourself a little extra boost, and then release them back down. Bring your knees together, and then knees back out wide, and let's just come up, pick our heels up, and lower down one vertebra at a time. Back to the mat, and then let's extend one leg out, bend the other one in, and we're going to do a twist to each side. So just roll over, twisting over, trying to get that. The goal is to get our knee to the floor, but what's more important is that you readjust here your shoulders and arms. I want your shoulders on the mat, and then you can look straight up or to the opposite way. If you want, you can bend that leg and grab it. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And then try to extend that leg out and try to grab it here if you can with your hand. And then let's release, come back to the center, switch legs, bring the other leg in and twist out. It's more important to me that you try to just readjust and have those shoulders flat on the mat versus getting your knee. Because if you put your knee to the mat and then you do this, see this whole shoulder's up. I want your shoulder on the mat. And as you get more flexible with your own practice and breath, you will be able to get that knee down. And then let's extend this leg out straight and try to hold it if you can. And let's slowly release and come back to the center. Readjust. Let's inhale our arms up over our head. Exhale our hands down. Let's inhale our arms up over our head. And exhale down as we extend our legs out. Let's inhale our arms up. Point your toes. Exhale and flex. Inhale and point. Exhale and flex, and then just let your body flop out to the side. Close your eyes. I want you to do 10 deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Just let your body sink into the ground. And start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Let's turn on our side and let's come all the way up into a sit position on the center of our mats. Let's sit up nice and tall. Let's inhale all the way up. Come down into your heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, and exhaling down. So thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Mother's Day. Namaste. You have worked your body mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Again, thank you for joining me for the YogaShape Method. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, share it with your friends. I'm streaming this free from my house to your house during this crazy pandemic because I think there's nothing better than people to move their bodies. And I know people are all over the world and they might not have money right now, or they might not have access to their gym, or you might have lost your job or other things going on in your life. So this could be, someone's that one thing that's helping them go forward and get through the day. So please share share the love, and let's build strong communities. Let's stay strong together. Again, please leave me a DM or just an emoji, or let me know that you're enjoying it. And I will see you next weekend, 9:30 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. I know I keep saying I'm still working on trying to put together a class. I am, but I have a new job that's been very, very demanding, so I haven't really had a chance to get all of that stuff together, but I am hoping to actually stream some more classes. So again, take care, and I will talk to you all later. Happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.